Hi friends, it's Jen with Intentional Balancing, and I felt kind of inspired to just record another video. This one is more about how stress can affect one person but not the other when they're doing technically the same, they're in the same situation. And so two examples, one is when you first learn to drive a car, and the second is starting a new exercise routine. And so I just want to jump on real quick and just kind of hit those highlights for you and have you reflect on that in your life. So with driving a car, when you're first learning to drive a car, you are hyper aware, you're hyper focused on everything from the blinker to the car to your left, you know, wondering if you're, following too close. All these things are coming into play, and you are literally causing yourself to be at a hyper vigilant, hyper awareness state. And so when this happens, your body is picking up on those signals you're giving it that we need to be really, really vigilant right now. We are firing on all cylinders, and this is a kind of a fight or flight situation. Even though you may not feel that way, your body is picking up on these cues, these stress cues that you're giving it, and trying to find a way to balance that out, trying to find a way to get you to deal with that situation. Years down the road, you've been driving for a long time, and all of a sudden you can hold a conversation with the person in the car. You can go miles and miles down the road without really having to be hyper aware of anything. Your subconscious has got this. You've done it a million times, and your subconscious is there for you. It knows to have already in its awareness the car to your left. Are you following too close? Do you need to put on your brakes a bit? Your subconscious is taking over and handling all that for you. Same thing with exercise programs. You take on a new exercise program and you're working out and you're firing muscles that haven't been fired in a while. You are hyper aware of, am I doing this correctly? Do I know the position I need to be in so I don't hurt myself? Picking up on the fact that, oh my gosh, I am just physically exhausted, and oh, I've only been running for 5 minutes. So there's levels of stress that to one person may stress you out, but to your friend who's been exercising for months or years, they aren't exhausted. They don't find that they're having to constantly critique and watch every little thing they do. It's muscle memory. It's their subconscious going, we've done this a million times before. We can do this in our sleep. It's no big deal. So what ways or what events in your life do you feel like you are that new beginner, that you are constantly under that kind of giving your body that feedback of stress, day in and day out? Is that the way that you live your life? And if it is, do you have tools and techniques in order to offset that, in order to find a way to come back to calm, to try and find a place of rest and relaxation so you're not always in that fight or flight or that stressful situation? So I just want to give you some things to think about. Comment below, let me know if this resonates with you, if you can remember being that young brand new driver where you're hyper aware, and then later on in life all of a sudden you're holding conversations, you're talking, you might be saying to your kids, stop arguing in the back. You are able to do like 5 different tasks at the same time, all while driving, which you wouldn't have been able to do had you back when you were a teenager. So comment below, let me know if this resonates with you, if this was helpful to get an idea of how stress to one person is not necessarily stress to another, and how even though it might not be a stressful situation or environment, our body in turn can pick up on those cues and then can process that as stressful. So I hope you all have a great day, and I'll talk with you soon. Bye.